Hope is often dismissed as naive, a whimsical fantasy, a denial of the harsh realities we face. In a world that prizes pragmatism and hard data, hope can feel like a luxury, a fragile sentiment easily shattered by the weight of evidence. But without hope, humanity wouldn't survive its darkest hours. Yet it is this very quality that has propelled us through history's most challenging chapters. It's the flicker in the void, the quiet whisper that insists on a better tomorrow. Hope is the engine of resilience, the force that compels a seed to break through frozen ground, or a civilization to rebuild from ashes. It's the refusal to accept that the current struggle is the final word. So what is hope really? It's more than just wishful thinking. It's an active, cognitive process, an anticipation for something positive that is not yet certain. It's the ability to envision a different future and to identify the pathways to get there, no matter how narrow or treacherous they may seem. And what about faith? Faith is the bedrock beneath our feet. It is a firm belief and trust in something or someone, even if not seen. It's the trust you place in a principle, in a higher power, in the goodness of others, or even in your own untapped potential. It doesn't require proof. It provides the strength to act in its absence. Hope is future-oriented, a confident expectation, whereas faith provides a grounded, present-focused confidence that fuels that expectation. If hope is the telescope scanning the horizon for a distant shore, faith is the sturdy ship that carries you across the turbulent waters. One looks forward, the other provides the strength to stand firm right now. They are a powerful, interconnected partnership. In this final and fifth episode of Timeless Principles, we explore hope and faith. We'll delve into the psychology and neuroscience of how they function, shaping our brains and our actions. We'll share powerful stories of resilience and uncover practical ways to cultivate these essential qualities in our own lives, examining why they are the ultimate anchors that keep us moving when logic says stop. However, if you haven't watched the first 4 episodes covering principles like discipline, gratitude, and courage, don't worry. This episode stands on its own, but you can always find the links in the description below to watch them later. Now, let's return to our exploration of hope and faith. Part 1. Hope in History, Nelson Mandela. For 27 years, Nelson Mandela was confined, subjected to the harsh realities of Robben Island, a place designed to crush the human spirit. He faced a daily choice: surrender to the crushing weight of despair and bitterness, or cultivate an inner freedom that no prison walls could contain. He chose hope, but his hope was not a passive wish. It was an active daily discipline. He studied, he wrote, he organized his fellow prisoners. He held on to a powerful vision of a reconciled South Africa, a rainbow nation, even while staring at the 4 gray walls of his cell. This vision became a beacon, a light that shone far beyond the prison, inspiring a global movement. The hope that sustained him didn't just free one man. It was a political and spiritual force that dismantled apartheid and freed an entire nation. Part 2. Hope in everyday life. Hope isn't just for historical figures. It's a vital force in our daily lives. It lives in the refugee who has left everything behind, carrying hope as their most precious possession, the hope for a safe harbor, a kind word, a chance to rebuild. It lives in the patient, facing a daunting diagnosis, who finds hope not just in medicine, but in the love of their family, the promise of another sunrise, and the quiet defiance to endure one more treatment. It lives in the student, burning the midnight oil, powered by the belief that their sacrifice will unlock a future of opportunity and purpose. For each of them, hope is a quiet, persistent whisper beneath the noise of fear and uncertainty. It's the profound internal conviction that says, this hardship is a chapter, not the whole story. This is not the end. Part 3. Faith, trust beyond sight. While hope looks to the future, faith is the trust that gets us there. And faith doesn't always mean religion. It's a fundamental human capacity for trust that extends beyond the visible and the proven. It's the activist's unwavering faith in the arc of justice. The scientist's faith in the process of discovery, pushing through years of failed experiments. The artist's faith in a creative vision that doesn't yet exist. It's trusting in something bigger than today, humanity, love, or tomorrow itself. This kind of faith is the bedrock of perseverance. When every logical indicator suggests we should quit, when reason offers no comfort, faith provides the why. It gives us the endurance to take the next step in the dark, trusting the ground will be there to meet our feet. Part 4. The Science of Hope. Hope is more than a pleasant emotion. It's a cognitive process with tangible biological benefits. Psychologists define it as having clear goals, the agency or willpower to pursue them, and the ability to see pathways to achieve them. This mindset has a powerful effect on our physiology. Research shows that hopeful individuals have lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol and stronger immune responses, improving recovery from illness and increasing overall resilience. It's a prime example of the mind-body connection. Hope isn't magic. It's a neurological and psychological tool that actively rewires our brains for resilience and literally strengthens the body for the challenges ahead. Part 5. How to cultivate hope and faith. Hope and faith are not just feelings that happen to us, they are skills we can actively develop. First, visualize the future you want. Don't just think about it. Build it in your mind with vivid sensory detail. What does that better tomorrow look, feel, and sound like? This mental rehearsal creates a powerful blueprint for your subconscious to follow. Second, surround yourself with hope bearers. Hope is contagious. Curate a community of people who lift you up, who believe in you, and who model resilience. Their strength will become your own. Third, practice gratitude. By consciously focusing on what is good in your life right now, you shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. This simple act rewires your brain to look for the positive, creating fertile ground for hope to grow. Finally, take small, purposeful action. Hope needs momentum. Even one tiny step toward your goal proves that progress is possible, transforming a passive wish into an active, living pursuit. Hope and faith are the quiet whispers that remind us, even in the deepest darkness, that the sun will rise again. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a fundamental principle. Every night gives way to a new day, bringing fresh possibilities and the chance for a new beginning. They are the lighthouses guiding us through life's storms. In a world that often mistakes vulnerability for weakness, let's be clear, choosing hope is an act of profound courage. It is the inner fortitude that allows us to face uncertainty, not with fear, but with a steady heart. This is your true strength. The resilience to get back up after you fall, to learn from trials, and to keep moving forward with conviction. Thank you for joining this series. If it inspired you, become a beacon for others and share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe to continue exploring timeless wisdom with our community. And in the comments, let's create a collective wellspring of inspiration. Tell us, what gives you hope today? Your story could be the light someone else needs to see.